Now, one rainy night, one big game, and the eyes of the world on South Florida. Tonight, the CBS 4 team kicks off big coverage of the Storms, the Stars, and how South Florida shined during Super Bowl 41.
Now, live, this is CBS 4 News at 11.
We're live at Dolphin Stadium on a soggy Super Bowl night. Good evening, South Florida. It was a soaker. The rain here went from a minor inconvenience during the day to a major annoyance during the game.
Now, these were not the conditions anyone who came to this game was hoping for, but it was still a great game. Tonight, we are leading our team down the field for the next hour. We kick off our team coverage with CBS 4 Storm Specialist David Bernard. David, when will it finally clear out?
That is a good question tonight. I do think tomorrow we're going to see some big improvements across the area, and it's going to be hard not to. It has been a super soggy Sunday across all of South Florida. Let's go right now to real-time Doppler 4. I'll get you caught up on the latest situation that's developing, and it appears that the rain is beginning to lighten up. The heaviest rain is now pushed into the Atlantic. Now, this is a view of Broward County right now. All of this rain is very light or drizzle. Notice in Miami-Dade, the heaviest rain has now shifted to the east of Miami Beach and Key Biscayne out into the Atlantic. The rain has ended west of the Palmetto. So again, things are beginning to improve, and I think this trend is going to hold to tomorrow as well. Check out these rain totals. Very impressive today across the area. We are seeing rain totals anywhere from an inch and a half up around Pompano Beach to around 1.21 inches in the Fort Lauderdale area. Overall, most of the rain totals have been around a half inch, but notice Opa-locka has almost an inch now. The airport at MIA 0.9, and weather control in Doral 0.64, and there you can see in Pembroke Pines just over 3/4 of an inch of rain. So what about your commute tomorrow morning? How does your Monday look? This is our true view. Still a lot of cloud cover for tomorrow. There will be some rain around in the wind. It's already picking up out here tonight at Dolphin Stadium. I think tomorrow is a windy day. There will be showers on that breeze, and it will be quite cool with winds blowing out of the north. So when is the South Florida sunshine going to return? I am going to tell you about that coming up in a few minutes, and I'll have that a little bit later on in weather.
Thank you, David.
Okay.
Well, the rain certainly made for a colorful game here at Dolphin Stadium. In the stands, it was just a sea of red, blue, yellow, and orange ponchos. But it also made for a sight that no Super Bowl host committee wants to see.
Well, that's right. Some fans left at halftime, not because of the game, but because of the nasty conditions. CBS 4's Joanne Strader, who, by the way, is from Indianapolis and is very happy right now, joins us with that part of the story. Your guys never left, Joanne.
No, they didn't. The diehards stayed, including myself out here. But I tell you, Elliot and Maggie, it's still a mess. Just take a look at this rain. You guys are seeing it. Many of the folks out there are still feeling this stuff. And you mentioned it, these rain gear, this ugly rain gear, these ponchos, they could be seen all across the stadium. Many of us saw them. And unfortunately, this Super Bowl, Super Bowl 41, might be remembered for its ugly weather. Rain-soaked Super Bowl 41, causing many to take cover any way they could, outside and inside Dolphin Stadium. And the downpour, along with the chilly temperatures, didn't make it any easier for fans who hit the exits at halftime.
I don't want to sit in a torrential downpour unless my team is playing and the Dolphins are not playing.
We're soaking wet.
You still got another half.
That's all right. We'll catch it on TV somewhere where it's dry and the beers are cold and cheap.
Get your ice cold program. Let's go Bears! Let's have some ice cold Bears! Coach.
One game, one dream. Super Bowl 41 is in full spirit at Dolphin Stadium. But before the big game, it was bumper-to-bumper traffic as fans waited patiently to find a parking spot outside the stadium, and the weather didn't help.
Wish it wasn't raining, but it's all right.
Angie Noble walked with her umbrella, not allowed inside Dolphin Stadium, something she already knew.
I do know that. I'm just going to chuck it.
But some fans were caught off guard by what you could and could not bring inside the stadium.
I did not know that. So I can take a camera in, but not the case. So the camera's in.
We got some beer here, folks. Here's the Super Bowl. One dream, baby. Let's go.
Back inside Dolphin Stadium, money was flowing along with thousands of fans.
No pushing and shoving. Everyone's having a good time.
But despite this ugly weather here at the Super Bowl, many people we spoke to said it didn't take away from their Super Bowl experience.
I'm gonna have a great time. The weather's not gonna get me down. Go Bears.
And the good news out of all this is that South Florida will get a chance to redeem itself in 2010 when it hosts the Super Bowl once again. Reporting live here from Dolphin Stadium, Jawan Strader, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Well, it was a sloppy Super Bowl win for the Indianapolis Colts as the rain caused fumble after fumble after fumble today.
CBS 4 Sports Director Jim Barry is live down there on the field where the ball was dropped a lot today. Huh, Jim?
It certainly was. Somebody forgot to tell Mother Nature that we were playing a Super Bowl tonight. This game hardly a classic early on. In fact, it was a comedy of errors, as you said. In fact, we had 5 fumbles early on in this football game. But in the end, Peyton Manning and the Colts good enough to overcome the elements and the Bears to win Super Bowl 41. The ironic thing about this was that twice in this football game, we had fumbles on back-to-back plays. That's how slippery the football was. But finally, the Colts were able to get a grip on things. The bad weather and the slippery football didn't seem to bother some of the South Florida natives, though. Devin Hester making Super Bowl history as he takes the opening kickback 92 yards for a touchdown. First time we've ever seen that happen. Also, another ex-Hurricane, Reggie Wayne, hauling in the first touchdown thrown by Peyton Manning in a Super Bowl. This made it 7-6, a 53-yarder. Reggie Wayne ends up being happy that his Colts pull it off despite the bad weather.
This is what we wanted. We want this confetti to be all on us all night. We worked hard, man. We're just excited right now. All about the you, baby. Way to come back home, stomping grounds, and win it all, baby.
All right, Reggie Wayne saying it's all about the U. Interestingly enough, the Colts are the dome team, and so when you thought that you saw the weather being pretty sloppy and soggy, this would favor the Chicago Bears, but in the end, Peyton Manning, the MVP of Super Bowl 41, said he simply was not going to lose this football game. We'll be back in sports with a whole lot more, but for now, live from a very soggy field, I'm Jim Barry, CBS 4 Sports.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. Believe it or not, we actually saw some major stars braving the rain, sitting in the stands to watch the game. Between them and the performer at halftime, there was some serious star power here at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the celebrities were all over the place, even Tomcat. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has that part of the story. Lisa.
And you are having fun in Miami?
I do not have fun in Miami.
It may be a soggy Super Bowl, but this night was certainly star-filled. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes enjoying the game from a privately owned, heavily guarded suite.
I'm just excited to be here.
Okay.
We caught Bruce Willis, Demi Moore, and Ashton Kutcher sitting together in the middle of a row, while John Travolta proves he's still got the moves. Excited to be in South Florida for the Super Bowl?
I am.
Yeah.
You know, I live in Florida, but I love the Super Bowl, and oh, there you are. And I love being here.
Yeah, and are you rooting for anybody?
Well, my heart's with the Bears, but I have my feeling the Colts will win.
William H. Macy not far behind.
The Bears. The Bears. 7 points. The Bears.
Justin Timberlake not too chatty.
Sorry, thank you.
A solo Nick Lachey proves he's a super fan.
Yeah, no, Super Bowl is always a good weekend, but especially in South Florida, it's everything's kind of gone up a notch this year, so it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Exactly. Enjoy the game.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
How are we doing at the Super Bowl, Chris Isaac?
We're doing good. I'm just keeping an eye up here. I'm actually double timing as bodyguard for Bruce Willis and Demi Moore.
Exactly.
You can get a shot of them right over there.
There they are. See them? And Jenny McCarthy, loyal to her hometown.
First of all, I'm from Chicago, so need I say anything more?
And how are we feeling? She was actually really excited at that time because it was all about the Bears, but unfortunately, she's not too happy right now. An amazing night, and it really was amazing to see some of those fans like Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher in the stands getting soaked and still having a good time. So some of them are still down to earth. Back to you guys.
Yeah, they're real fans, those celebrities. Well, with the eyes of the world on South Florida, we wanted to know how we did as Super Bowl hosts.
I don't know about you, but I looked out at that stadium tonight, and I was so proud of our city. CBS 4's Beatrice Canals is covering that part of our story tonight. She's live on South Beach. Beatrice.
That's right, Maggie. The rain could not keep South Florida from shining bright. It is estimated that 150,000 visitors were here this weekend for Super Bowl 41. And if you ask any one of them, I bet they'll tell you when it comes to hosting the Super Bowl, South Florida was a big winner.
Brothers gather round, always looking at me up and down, looking at my
From Fergalicious to downright delicious, South Florida was sizzling hot this week, hosting Super Bowl 41. And from the looks of it, we hit this one right over the net.
South Florida has hit a touchdown big time.
With plenty of parties showcasing the best South Florida has to offer. Lovely ladies, gorgeous guys, fabulous food, and when it comes to attracting the stars, South Florida is a major magnet. From Mark Anthony and J-Lo to Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, red carpets were covered with famous faces.
What happens in Miami, you will not be the same when you leave.
And South Florida won't be the same either. Super Bowl 41 bringing in major money.
But we feel confident that we're certainly hopeful that the impact will be even greater than it was in '99 when we last hosted because of all the new hotels we've got in the marketplace since then. And that was about $396 million.
No, it pretty much blew us away.
And if visitors like Marvin Abuna have the last say, South Florida is a sure winner when it comes to Super Bowl 41. After all, there's plenty of playing to do, and it's not all done on the football field.
This is great. Not only this is great for football, this is just great for everyone. Not only are people having fun because it's the Super Bowl weekend, so to speak, we're all engaged, everyone is networked, people are doing business deals. It's bigger than ever.
All right, now the biggest concern usually for a city as large as South Florida when you're hosting such a big event like the Super Bowl is will people behave? What kind of an image will we send as far as crime? Miami Beach Police telling us between Thursday at 7 a.m. and today at noon, they made 236 arrests here on the beach compared to Memorial Day weekend when they arrested 565 people. So they say all in all, it appears people were behaving pretty well this weekend. Of course, there's always room for improvement. And guess what, South Florida? We're going to have a chance to get it even better the next time around. After all, the Super Bowl is coming back to South Florida in 2010. On South Beach, Beatrice Canals, CBS 4 News Tonight.
We have the exact date already. In fact, February 7th, 2010.
We can start planning the parties right now. Some of the biggest parties, as Beatrice mentioned, were on South Beach, and tonight the partying continued.
Of course, natives and tourists alike gathered to watch the Super Bowl, and our Natalia Zaya was with them tonight on South Beach. Natalia?
Well, despite the rainy weather, many diehard football fans made their way here to South Beach to check out the big game. And everyone I talked to agreed that tonight there's no better place to be than in South Florida. And whether they were crowding around flat screen setup on patios or enjoying the game from an elegant lounge, many football fans who couldn't be at the Super Bowl caught the game on South Beach. Some came down from Chicago convinced the Bears could bring it home, but in the end, Colts fans were the ones with the reason to cheer. But everyone I spoke with was just happy to be on South Beach.
Oh, this is perfect. This is my first time here in Miami. It's really nice. Good setup down here. We're having a good time.
I'm excited. I'm pumped. I feel the love and energy Miami's giving me.
Now soon, when all that Super Bowl madness dies down and Ocean Drive gets back to normal, all those visitors who came here will go home, and hopefully it'll be with memories of South Florida, and hopefully they're good memories. We're live in South Beach. Natalia Zaya, CBS 4 News Tonight.
There'll be great memories for sure for the Indianapolis Colts fans, who I know bright and early in the morning are going to be out there looking for an official championship T-shirt.
Well, the people who make those T-shirts aren't wasting any time. Right now, they're being printed up in Northwest Miami-Dade, and that's where Evan Bacon is standing by. Evan, can you pick one up for Juwan Strader?
Okay, I got two over here. I'll pick one more up for him. No problem, Juwan. Here it is, the official Super Bowl champions T-shirt. The Baltimore Colts were here at One Stop Promotions in Northwest Miami-Dade. You can see they are cranking them off this assembly line here. They're coming out one right after another. I want to give you a quick little tour and show you how they're made here in the factory. But, you know, right over here, we have a silk screen. This is what the Chicago Bears silk screen would have looked like had they won. But with 2 minutes left in the game, they made the decision to put these down, pick up the other ones, and insert them into these machines over here. And this is where the actual printing is going on. They have two carousels operating right now. I guess they're mixing the paints in this one, but over to the left you can see that they go through 5 different color presses, and they wipe the colors onto the shirts. And as they come off, they load them onto this cooker. It's just like a pizza oven, like you'll see at Pizza Hut or Domino's, and they go through the oven and cook the colors on, 5 different colors. And once they come through the other side, you can see where they come out over here. And they are loading them up, and a lot of them are coming off tonight. They are printing 10,000 of these shirts from now until 6 o'clock in the morning. They're going to bring in another crew at 6 a.m. and then they're going to print another 7,000 tomorrow. So by tomorrow at 4 o'clock, there will be 17,000 of these T-shirts that will go out to the airport and stores all over Miami-Dade County. So fans from Indianapolis and even here in Miami can snap them up before a lot of people get on the planes and leave town. So they're going to be cranking here throughout the night, printing up these wonderful T-shirts. And congratulations, Colts. Jawan, this is your T-shirt. We're live in Northwest Miami-Dade. Evan Bacon, CBS 4 News tonight.
Thank you, Evan. Jawan's not going to sleep tonight. All right. This was a great game from the very beginning, and that touchdown that was scored on the opening field goal. We were riveted to the game, but a lot of folks are more interested in what happens during the commercial breaks, even more interested than the game.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to be in the stadium for the game, but we did miss the commercials, which is all right because CBS 4's Joy Purdy is in the studio to bring us, I guess, the highlights of these super ads. Joy?
Oh, yeah. Maggie Elliott, when the Super Bowl rolls around, you always hope for a good game, but you expect great commercials. And this time around, there were hits, there were misses, but overall, the ad makers did not disappoint.
Once the big game started rolling, so did I, watching these Super Bowl commercials. Remember the old rock, paper, scissors game? These guys use it to decide who gets the last Bud Light, but one of them uses a real rock.
I threw paper.
I threw a rock.
How long is this gonna last? I'm ready to hit the Bud Light.
In fact, Bud Light hit a home run all night. Here, some beer-hungry groomsmen hire an auctioneer to rush through a wedding.
Do I hear and I do? I do. Do I hear and I do?
I do.
This next commercial raised some eyebrows, especially in Miami, where alternate lifestyles are openly accepted. Two men, both wanting the same Snickers bar, accidentally
kissed. Quick, do something manly.
Blockbuster came up with a cute one, trying to order movies online using a mouse.
Ray, I don't know. Are you sure clicking this thing will get us online?
Coca-Cola reminded us February is National Black History Month, saluting the first black coaches to play in a Super Bowl. And the American Heart Association even found a way to make us worry about our well-being and maintaining a healthy heart.
Is your heart at risk of an attack?
But one of the best Super Bowl ads was watching mediocre rapper Kevin Federline, that's Britney Spears' ex, making fun of himself.
Roman VIP. What? Roman VIP.
Federline!
What?
Fries!
Life comes at you fast.
Even CBS got in a cool plug thanks to two formerly feuding famous talk show hosts.
I'm sorry.
Is that cute or what? There were so many more great ads that we didn't have time to show you tonight, so make sure to log on to our website, CBS4.com, and go to our Super Bowl commercial slideshow to see some of your favorites. Joy Purdy, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Well, that's right, Joy. Our website, CBS4.com, does have great exclusive content from slideshows on all the hot parties to pictures of the best game action and lots more. Just go to the website, CBS4.com, where the news is always on.
Time now for our special report tonight, and we want to know what you think about this. If your neighbors spotted a suspicious car or van outside your house, do you think they would call the police?
Well, you might be surprised to find out what our investigative reporter Mike Kirsch discovered when he put some neighborhoods to the burglary test. Mike was able to actually break into some homes where people were around and nothing happened. Mike?
Well, Maggie, this is beyond alarming. We couldn't believe how many times South Florida residents did absolutely nothing when we broke into their neighbor's home. The fact is, it may have been your neighborhood.
Quiet street. Most people are probably at work. When the cat's away, the mice will play.
A crew of CBS 4 News employees recently burglarized the homes of co-workers with their consent to test how neighbors would respond in the area. One neighbor in West Kendall looked right at us loading up as he drove by. In Fort Lauderdale, we evidently didn't make enough noise for any neighbor or any car passing by to stop us.
Oh, that's a nice hedge cutter. Hollywood.
In Hollywood, the gas grill we were stealing actually seemed to annoy this neighbor lady who had to squeeze her way around it and our burglary vehicle.
watch mine through so I don't bump anything here.
It's raining by the time we reach Westchester.
And here's another neighbor right there.
As we make our getaway, we see a couple of neighbors next door. Hi.
Thanks for letting us rob your neighbor.
Or did they call the police on our suspicious vehicle after all?
How you doing, sir? You guys get a call about suspicious vehicle? No? You didn't get a call from anybody about a suspicious vehicle? Okay, thank you. Coral Gables. There's a lady across the street. Hey, there's a lady across the street. Hi.
She's looking right at us.
We burglarized 9 homes in 6 hours in broad daylight all over South Florida, and nobody stopped us.
I'm just gonna back it in and we'll just haul it out. Country Walk, isn't this a pretty place?
Nobody.
Just that fast.
We decided to play back our undercover tape for some of the neighbors, like the neighbor in Westchester, who we thought called the cops on us after we cleaned out his neighbor's house across the street.
That house right there.
It turns out he never called the cops because he didn't see anything, because his neighbor's house across the street was hidden by shrubs. He simply thought we might be a realtor in the area.
And we drove by and we said, hi. Hi. You were so nice. And we stole all your neighbor's stuff.
Oh my God.
We did discover the Coral Gables neighbor who stared us down did call the police. Joanne Menendez is a work-from-home mother who was concerned for her kids. She didn't buy my friendly hello.
Just kept on looking, and that's when you said hi.
Hi. And when I said hi to you, that didn't win you over?
No, not at all. And that's when I called the police.
She ended up canceling the call when we left, but it was her stare down that had spooked us in the first place. Joanne Menendez is the kind of neighbor Eileen Fisher can only dream of. The 80-year-old Miami resident tells police her place has been burglarized so many times, she's moving after more than 40 years living here. She blames her neighbors for the unchecked burglaries that plague this neighborhood.
Neighbors don't care anymore. It's just they live in their little house and the other neighbor lives in the other house, and that's it.
That's why it's so important for you to have crime watch established in the community that you live in. People don't take the time out to get to know their neighbors, and they've been living there 5 or 6 years. But if you get to know your neighbor, especially if you're on vacation, you can start that way. Yes, it will work.
And for homeowners who think expensive silent alarm systems stop burglars, think again. Privately, cops and security specialists tell us burglars often believe they can be out of a home long before alarm companies and police are contacted and respond. Authorities suggest homeowners install audible alarms that actually make noise.
It makes a lot of noise, it scares the burglar away. So he'll abandon whatever it is that he's doing. And it also alerts the neighbors if anybody's up, if anybody's around, you can hear for a couple blocks.
Authorities also say often a burglar's worst enemy is a man's best friend.
What a nice boy. Such a nice
Just make sure your pooch knows not to lick the hand that robs him.
How you doing? Hey, can we come in and burglarize your home? Thank you. That deserves a treat.
In the end, most every neighborhood we tested failed to notice we were there. At one home, we even got in a quick game of hoop.
Nobody's home. Get a little game real quick.
Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Nice.
It's no surprise that burglars are increasingly stealing people blind in sunny South Florida.
I'll tell you what, my wife likes necklaces. She likes diamond earrings, parakeets. It's all ours for the taking. We're just your friendly burglars. Thanks for letting us rob your neighbor.
Now, it really makes you wonder what's going on in your neighborhood, doesn't it? But you can do something to prevent a burglary at your home. Here's how. Go to your computer, click on CBS4.com, it's always on. We've got loads of helpful information and tips on how you can safeguard your home. And as you saw in our report, South Florida has a lot of work to do when it comes to looking out for one's neighbors. Maggie Elliott?
Mike, I think it's important that we point out that you had permission from these homeowners to rob their homes.
That's right, Maggie. We said that right at the top, that we had the consent of our our colleagues here at CBS 4, but these were random homes, and their neighbors didn't know what was going on. It could have been anybody's house. It could have been anybody in South Florida. So it was quite startling to see the reaction of neighbors in these different areas in Miami-Dade and in Broward County.
Mike,
Okay, sorry, we missed that here in our headset, so I just wanted to make sure it got out.
Do the police say that these neighborhood crime watch groups do work?
Absolutely, Elliot, because the police are out, they're trying to track down murders, rapes, and robbers, and burglaries are, unfortunately low on the priority list, and they certainly do encourage neighbors to get to know the people that live next door to them, because they are often the first ones right there on the front line when somebody suspicious comes into the neighborhood. A lot of people just think, oh, he belongs there, but guess what? A lot of times they don't.
Mike, that one house that was covered with shrubs and blocked the neighbor's view, I know a lot of people do that for privacy, but do you think there's such a thing as shielding your home too much?
Absolutely, Maggie. Great question. Very good point. That's exactly what happened in that case. The man couldn't see anything. And there are many people in South Florida like to sunbathe, like the privacy. But if somebody's getting inside of your property and you've got a shrub line like that, guess what? They could spend, God knows how long they could spend on that property before anybody finds out.
All right, Mike Kirsch, thank you very much for your special investigation. It was terrific. If you have an idea for our I-Team, please call the hotline. The number is coming up on your screen, 305-471-0404.
They gave up a lot for their country, and now they're getting a special thank you.
Still ahead tonight here on this special edition of CBS 4 News, we'll tell you what's being done to honor these wounded soldiers.
And I'm Jill Martin live at Casa Arena, and get this, the parties are finally over, but there's one more to tell you about. I'll have all those details when CBS 4 News Tonight comes right back.
Think you can find the best deals at the supermarket? I thought so, but now I know better. I'm CBS 4's Maggie Rodriguez. See why smart shopping goes way beyond clipping coupons, and find out what only grocery store insiders know. I'll reveal the top 10 supermarket secrets, Monday at 11 on CBS 4 News.
Number 8.
That's me.
School lunch, yeah?
Yep.
You look like a ham and cheese girl.
Yes.
Okay, well, there's tavern ham. That's really good.
That's very good.
All right. Thick or thin?
Not thin and not thick. I mean, like, maybe thin and medium, like, in between.
I can do that. We're on to cheese.
Maybe 6 of the speckled ones. Thank you very much.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
I see you next time. Number 9.
Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
On our next show, hero star Allie Larder.
Girls, the bread!
Then, Love Life in a Rut. We're helping this couple spice things up. And our search begins for the worst kitchen in America.
Monday at 3 on 4.
Why this grandma posed nude in Times Square. How to age brilliantly. You'll never guess how old she is. The age-defying secret they all share. Next, Oprah.
Monday at 4 on 4.
Next, E.T. Anna Nicole.
Why don't you want your daughter to take a paternity test?
And a celebrity wedding. Next, E.T.
Monday at 7 p.m. on 4. You're watching CBS 4 News at 11 with Maggie Rodriguez, Elliot Rodriguez, Chief Meteorologist David Bernard, Hurricane expert Brian Norcross, and Jim Berry with sports.
A week from tonight here on CBS, Justin Timberlake will be headlining the Grammys. But tonight, he was right here at Dolphin Stadium at the Super Bowl.
Well, he was here where it was cold and wet, but now he's at a South Beach hotspot. We know which one it is, or he's at least expected there. CBS 4's Shamari Stone joins us live. Has he arrived, Shamari?
He hasn't arrived, but there are a lot of ladies in this place waiting for him to show up. We are in front of the Santo nightclub and the Lincoln Mall, located at 430 Lincoln Road. You can see these guys lining up, trying to get inside, but security is very tight because Justin Timberlake is expected to make an appearance. There are models dancing all inside this place, waiting for Timberlake to show up. Dozens of professional athletes from the NBA, the NFL, from college sports, all of them were watching the game. And now it's time for the after party. A lot of them getting ready to pour that champagne, Chandon, the Moet, the expensive liquor. Important to point out, don't drink and drive, and get a designated driver. Now, there's a lot of VIP rooms in this place. It's very private, and that's why they say Justin Timberlake and a lot of other celebrities, such as actress Gabrielle Union, plan on coming here. The ladies we talked to tell us that they cannot wait to see Justin Timberlake. Excited?
Very, very, very excited.
Maybe he'll dance with us. We get lucky.
Thanks for bringing sexy back.
We love you.
Must be something to just have all the ladies love you in South Florida. Well, like we said, Justin Timberlake's expected to make an appearance here. Notice I say expected because a lot of the stars plan on going to clubs, but there's just so many to go to. And with this weather, who knows? Maybe he'll say, I'm going back to my hotel. This weather in South Florida is horrible. Live here on South Beach, I'm Shamari Stone, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Oh, no, he can't say that. A little rain, come on. You know, the rest of the country is freezing. He's a party animal. He may show up there at Santos on Lincoln Road. Thanks, Shamari. And from Shamari, we turn to another partier on South Beach, Jill Martin, who's at Casa Casarina.
She's probably pretty pooped out right about now. And Jill, some of the players you were expecting there took a rain check tonight.
Yeah, you know, Maggie and Elliot, we know all the NFL's top stars have been here all week for all the top parties. They were expected here tonight for the VIP $7.90 the tickets watch party, but they didn't show up. Obviously, a lot of people not wanting to brave the rain. I don't know if I can blame them, but still, hundreds of VIPs came here tonight to watch the Super Bowl in style.
This is awful.
It's not very good. Very disappointing.
Let's go Coast, baby. We celebrate. Chicago's supposed to have a party here tonight, but they're not celebrating tonight.
That's for sure. Bears fans celebrated at the beginning of the showdown. But in the end, it was all about the Colts.
I've been on the Colts, and I'm $5 grand richer now. That's all I got to tell you. Let's go Colts. Yeah.
Hundreds of VIPs showed up at Casa Casarina, including three-time Grammy Award-winning R&B singer John Legend. So you finally get to enjoy yourself. You've been working all weekend.
Yeah, I've been working. Now it's time to relax and watch the football players work. I had tickets, but I didn't use them because of the rain. I didn't feel like sitting through 4 hours of rain.
The tent-covered portion of the mansion allowed VIPs to watch in style. Plasma TVs, a barbecue, couches. Many say hanging at the mansion is the way to go.
I met Kanye West last night, and so it's pretty nice meeting all these new people, and they're saying they know you, so it's pretty good to do that.
Yeah, Kanye West still staying at the mansion, actually. And actually, the Bears were supposed to head over here tonight if they had won the Super Bowl for their celebration party. Obviously, we know things didn't turn out that way, so things are shutting down early here. But what a week, Maggie and Elliot, all these parties. After the week of parties, I'm ready for a week of rest. Let's send it back to you.
Okay, but we'll see you at work tomorrow.
That's right. We'll rest tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Jill. Well, you know who I feel really, really bad for tonight? The Chicago Bears fans who came here and got wet for nothing.
Well, there were so many of them, and they had their hopes up at the beginning of the game, but it was not meant to be. And I want to give credit to David Bernard because you were right. You predicted it was going to rain, but you were surprised by how much rain.
Yes, it rained a lot heavier tonight than I anticipated, but we did think it was going to be a soggy Super Bowl. And, hey, they thought the Bears could handle that, you know, with the weather and everything, but I guess that wasn't the case. Oh, well. And maybe it's because I was rooting for the Colts. No, I didn't control the rain. All right, let's take a look at real-time Doppler 4, get you caught up on what's happening right now. We're going to start in Broward County, and we're seeing just light rain. That's all that remains. In fact, as you head west of the Turnpike, the rain is just about over now. It's pretty much done except for some drizzle. Across Miami-Dade, it's basically the same story, and I can report live here from Dolphin Stadium right now. This is about the best it's been all night right now, but the north winds are really starting to kick up, and it's starting to add a chill. You can see those yellows and reds have now pushed offshore of the upper Keys. They're off Key Biscayne and Miami Beach, and they're basically moving away. And you can see even that west coast activity is moving from the south to the north across Fort Myers and not in our general direction. Okay, let's take a look now at what we're seeing outside, and we have cloudy skies and 66 at CBS 4 and Miami, and at Fort Lauderdale 68. Key West 70 degrees. The stickiness scale, it's up a little bit tonight. All this dampness out there, it's a 4. That's slightly sticky. North winds right now blowing at 10 and a little gustier than that at times. And the rain total in Doral so far today, 0.64 inches. Here's another perspective. I want to show you the radar and satellite view of all of South Florida. This will kind of give you the big view, and this goes back to this morning. There's that big blob of rain that moved over us right during game time after it let up a little bit during the late morning hours. But you can see on the last image that heavy activity over the Keys is at least staying down to the south and east, and as you go into the lower Keys, we have improving conditions there. So I think this general trend is going to continue, and all the rain that's up around Fort Myers and Tampa, that's going to continue to lift to the north during the day tomorrow. It doesn't mean we're we're going to be rain-free, just not as soggy as today. There's the weather picture today. It was very chilly in the Panhandle all day with 40s and 50s up there. Let's go and take a look at that true view for tomorrow. Notice quite a bit of cloud cover can still be expected, and there are some raindrops showing up on some strong north winds, so we'll say quite windy, and shots of showers will be the way to describe it, but not widespread like we've had the last couple of days. And then as we go into the latter part of the week, into Tuesday, or the middle part, I should say, still windy with some quick showers, but notice I'm showing a little bit more sunshine. Now, I think the best days this week will be as we go into the middle of the week. Say on Wednesday, I'll say more sun and normal temperatures. Notice that front to the north and west. I think that kind of bypasses the area on Thursday and Friday, and that'll just help to build in some more nice dry weather. We'll say sun and clouds and mostly dry. Here's the South Florida forecast in for tonight. We'll call for 62 degrees, breezy and damp, areas of light rain. And then for tomorrow, a high temperature in the lower 70s with windy showers and cloudy and cool. Slight chance there might be a little bit of sunshine out there, but I wouldn't expect too much. And not too good on the water with north winds tomorrow 20 to 25 knots, a small craft advisory in effect, and wave heights building to 14 feet in the Gulf Stream, and the bays are going to be choppy. And here's your work week ahead. Again, improving conditions, more sunshine as we head into Tuesday, but especially for Wednesday and Thursday with less wind around, and it looks like sun and clouds into Friday as well. Rain chances will be almost too low to mention once we get past Tuesday, and that's pretty good. It's about time for us to dry out. I was pretty amazed at some of those rain totals today, especially in northeast Broward around Pompano Beach and down through Deerfield and Fort Lauderdale. Over 1.5 inches of rain in some spots. The average amount was between 1/2 inch and 1 inch for everyone else, and that's a pretty healthy rain total. Not on the day we wanted to see it, though.
But you know, there was one moment during the Super Bowl that I thought the rain provided perfect punctuation.
I know what you're going to say.
When Prince was singing Purple Rain.
And that was planned,
the song
I'm sure.
itself.
Right. He has to sing Purple
But
Rain.
also, did you guys notice the weather created like this purple haze around him too? It was
surreal.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was
Thank
an
you,
awesome
David.
show. Thank you, David. I still had a special treat for soldiers who gave up a lot for our country.
Their big thank you still ahead tonight.
This is Brian Andrews reporting you live from Central Florida, where tonight tornado survivors are counting their blessings and volunteers are not too far from here counting bags of stuff this community has donated to help these tornado survivors get back on their feet. I'll have that next.
Think you can find the best deals at the supermarket? I thought so, but now I know better. I'm CBS 4's Maggie Rodriguez. See why smart shopping goes way beyond clipping coupons and find out what only grocery store insiders know. I'll reveal the top 10 supermarket secrets Monday at 11 on CBS 4 News.
Hey, buddy, you with the fish. Do you and your employees have health coverage? No? Why not? Especially now that you can get plans that cost 50% less. It's Blue Options for small businesses. You've got a unique company, right? So just pick from any of our lower cost plans. There's not a bad one in the bunch. Ooh, sprinkles. You know, in Florida, we got small businesses covered. So go ahead, call your local agent or dial 1-866-642-BLUE. You know, it's lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. Blue Options from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida.
Now that Bell South is getting together with the new AT&T, the switch from cable internet is on.
Did I tell you I switched to the new Fast Access DSL Extreme 6.0?
Cable downloads are like lightning.
I can download like lightning.
Yeah, uncompressed photo files.
You bet.
Online video gaming.
Sure.
Movie downloads.
Oh, yeah.
The new Fast Access DSL Extreme 6.0. It's all the speed you'll ever need and more. Call now and get $225 cash back when you switch from cable internet.
Got it. Big honkin' email.
Welcome to the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Each note comes alive, as though it were performed live. This is the experience of the Infinity Studio on Wheels, inside the all-new Infinity G. Sound beyond machine.
Closed captioning provided by City Furniture, now offering same-day delivery, 7 days a week.
Please join us for a moment of silence in memory of those who lost their lives in the recent devastating tornadoes in Central Florida.
of silence and reflection at Super Bowl 41 for those who lost their lives in the tornadoes that ripped through Central Florida. For so many people who live just a few hundred miles to our north, the Super Bowl Sunday was a day that they faced a Super Bowl, a super day of challenges.
It was also a day of prayer in the strike zone. Tonight, CBS 4's Brian Andrews is in Lady Mac, Florida, where the tornadoes took an especially deadly toll. Brian.
Hi, Maggie. This is where the bulk of the deaths in Lake County happened. In fact, one of the deaths has a South Florida connection, a woman from Homestead. Her mom lived about a quarter of a mile from here on the lake. As soon as she heard the tornadoes hit, she went driving up here as fast as she could. Only her mom didn't make it. Today, people who lived in this area spent the entire day cleaning up, counting their blessings that they made it out alive. Inside the Lake Mac firehouse, where they usually park the engines, piles of private donations for tornado victims.
The community here has been wonderful.
Have people been coming by to get stuff?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All day.
What seems to be the most popular item?
Everything.
Everything. They ain't got nothing.
There's still stuff everywhere, piles upon piles, and new piles in the making, as there's an abundance of debris. What do you save, and what do you toss?
This pile's got to go. Anything under this tarp here stays.
Some family members with chainsaws in hand, others volunteers behind the controls of a forklift, all working in the ruins together, picking up the pieces of people's lives.
We're just trying to help them. Whatever they need us to do, we want to do.
No, they weren't watching the Super Bowl. They instead were doing a super good deed, helping with the cleanup.
I got a lot of love here.
Nellie Bird and her husband survived the twister. Their lakefront home of 10 years did not.
There isn't much left to it, but we survived. That's the main thing.
Nellie has lots of helping hands on hand Sunday. Found some checks.
Yeah, they're mine.
They're canceled.
Yeah, they're all gone.
Oh, well.
Deep in my heart, I'm very sorry what happened. She had a lot of good stuff here.
I heard she has a doll collection. Anybody find the dolls yet?
They have probably found a few.
If they don't find them, they don't find them. It's a worldly thing. We got our life and got the Lord, and that's the main thing.
A lot of people counting their blessings, realizing that it could have been a lot worse. After all, these are just material possessions. They can be replaced. What's the price tag on replacing it so far here in Central Florida? Estimates we've seen top $48 million. Live in Lake Mac this morning, I'm Brian Andrews on CBS 4.
And of course, because of the devastation in Central Florida, Governor Charlie Crist stayed in that region instead of coming to the Super Bowl. Our coverage of the South Florida Showdown continues with a great night, not only for the Colts, but also for some former University of Miami Hurricanes. Jim Barry will have that in sports.
And a special treat right after the news tonight on the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. MVP Peyton Manning will join Craig live right here from South Florida. Stay with us.
A Desperate Housewife's real-life wedding. Exclusive. Anna Nicole only on The Insider. Finally addressing the paternity scandal. And brave Jessica confined to a wheelchair plus her medical crisis. Next, Insider.
Monday at 7:30 on 4.
Think you can find the best deals at the supermarket? I thought so, but now I know better. I'm CBS 4's Maggie Rodriguez. See why smart shopping goes way beyond clipping coupons and find out what only grocery store insiders know. I'll reveal the top 10 supermarket secrets Monday at 11 on CBS 4 News.
I have a $90 overage.
Woohoo! Nice work.
I thought I could use my minutes whenever.
Well, no, yes, but no. It's whenever. See? I can use my minutes when? Never.
Talk all you want for just $40 a month. Metro PCS.
Hello.
Permission to speak freely.
Check out the Metro PCS family plan. Add up to 4 additional lines with unlimited local calls and text for as little as $20 a month.
For fabulous furniture and accessories, now is the time to save. It's the sale of winter at Robin Stuckey Interiors. Thousands of styles from the world's most famous makers are in stock and ready to deliver. And right now at Robin Stuckey, there's extra savings on select styles store-wide. Save on select sofas, chairs, tables, beds, rugs, accents, and more. It's a great time to save on the most sophisticated styles. Experience the style and service of Robin Stuckey. The sale of winter is on now, only at Robin Stuckey.
Big games are won by the best team effort. Come to Leon Medical Centers and see why we are a winning team.
León Medical Centers ofrece servicios médicos de excelencia en 5 supercentros, donde brindamos atención personal en todo momento, con los equipos más modernos y todos los servicios bajo un mismo techo.
At León Medical Centers, we give our patients the care and personal attention they deserve. Come to León Medical Centers and see for yourself.
A live look over Dolphin Stadium tonight, where Super Bowl 41 has come and gone. And it marks the end of really 4 days of intense partying and hoopla. And we really did try to bring you everything, but it was just impossible. There was so much going on around town, we couldn't bring it all to you on TV.
Yeah, that's where CBS4.com comes in. CBS4's Rob Hanrahan, who's live in the newsroom with a look at some of the exclusive items you'll find there. Rob.
And some stuff you might want to see again, Elliot and Maggie. We've got tons of exclusive content on the website. If you enjoyed the Super Bowl commercials, you'll want to log on. We've got many of the funniest ones available to check out again and again. You'll also find slideshows featuring the celebrities at the big parties and the game itself. We also invite you to log on to CBS4.com to vote in our new web poll. We're asking, was Super Bowl 41 worth all the pregame hype? Your options are, absolutely, I loved it, it was okay, I hated it, or I found something else to watch. It's all on CBS4.com, where the news is always on. Rob Hanrahan, CBS 4 News. Let's go back to Maggie and Elliot.
All right, Rob, thanks a lot. You know, one of the moments I just got chills up my spine when Billy Joel was singing the national anthem, and they showed a live shot of some of our troops in Baghdad. It was very special, and it was also special that some of our men and women in service got to be here firsthand to witness the Super Bowl.
Well, that's right. 50 wounded Marines were treated to the game, and that's just part of their very special day. CBS 4's Ileana Varela has that story for us. Ileana.
Yeah, these are all Marines wounded in Iraq, and their tickets were paid for by an NFL team owner who didn't want his name mentioned, just wanted to do something special to thank the troops for all that they do.
As if the rainy weather wasn't enough, water cannons also showered the U.S. Marine Corps jet as it arrived at Miami International Airport. Part of a hero's welcome for a group of wounded warriors on their way to a Super Sunday in South Florida.
We wanted to be here to greet them and say thank you for their service to this country, and make sure they get escorted to the Marine Corps base, and then from there they're going to the Super Bowl.
50 Marines wounded in Iraq, now recovering at the Wounded Warrior Hall in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, were flown to Miami after being picked to attend the Super Bowl, courtesy of the NFL and the owner of the Cleveland Browns.
It's like, hey, you got tickets to the Super Bowl. It's your chance to go. You want to go? It's like, oh, yes, I want to go.
24-year-old Brandon Shepard of Fort Lauderdale was wounded by a roadside bomb. Shrapnel tore through his leg. He's a Colts fan. So is Bobby Joseph of Naples, another roadside bombing victim. The 25-year-old Marine has undergone 3 surgeries and has 1 more to go. But he's not thinking about that now. This Sunday, he's thinking football, the biggest game in football, the Super Bowl.
This is great. This is one time in a lifetime that I get and actually got it. So I'm really excited. I can't wait.
Well, if he was excited then, he must be really excited now because his team won. In fact, both guys we talked to were rooting for the Colts. And by the way, when they asked who these guys most wanted to meet, most of the Marines said Hulk Hogan. So before heading out to the Super Bowl, they got to visit with the wrestling superstar. The Marines fly back to Camp Lejeune tomorrow. Ileana Varela, CBS 4 News, tonight.
Thanks, Ileana. Great that they could be here. Well, I don't know what the exact ratio was, but there were a lot more Chicago Bear fans here than there were Indianapolis Colts fans. And Jim Barry, who hails from Chicago, predicted the Bears would win, but it was not to be.
A lot of people said that it would come down to which Rex Grossman showed up today. And Jim, you think the wrong Rex came to play today?
Did I say the Bears were going to win this game? Yeah, I guess I did.
Many times we have it on tape.
I can't moonwalk now, you're right. And the wrong Rex Grossman definitely showed up for the Chicago Bears, and that was a big fear, and that was just one of the big storylines. I'll tell you, we had Prince singing Purple Rain while it was raining cats and dogs, and you thought that this lousy weather was going to benefit the monsters of the Midway. Wrong. The weather was bad, but Peyton Manning was still good as the Colts knock off the Bears 29-17, and in the end, the better team and the better quarterback win Super Bowl 41.
Indianapolis calls tails.
All right, Dan Marino flips the coin to get things going. The Bears win the toss and elect to receive. That was a smart decision because the Colts kick it off to Devin Hester. Boy, you don't want to do that. This guy is lightning in a bottle as he gets into the clear, and he is gone 92 yards, making Super Bowl history, returning the opening kick for a touchdown. First time we've ever seen that. But unfazed, Peyton Manning and the Colts come back as he throws to another former Hurricane, Reggie Wayne, all alone, 53 yards. They missed the extra point, so they still trail 7-6. Colts kick the field goal, and then Dominic Rhodes burrows in from a yard out, so Indy would grab a 16-14 lead at halftime.
I never meant to cause you any sorrow.
All right, Prince singing He Never Meant to Cause Any Sorrow, but Rex Grossman causing plenty of sorrow for Bears fans because he throws it up for grabs. Bears only down 5 when he's picked off by Kelvin Hayden, who turns it into a pick 6. He goes 56 yards all the way to the house. Bears challenge futilely, thinking that he stepped out of bounds. He did not. That made it 29-17. All that's left is the final celebration as Tony Dungy finally wins his Super Bowl. Peyton Manning finally wins the big game. He is Super Bowl MVP as the Colts win it 29-17.
It's all happening pretty fast right now. I mean, this is just kind of how I am, I guess. I'm excited. I'm proud to be on this team. I think this is something we'll enjoy, for quite some time.
I was trying to think of that as I was thinking back in my mind. Has it ever rained? Has it ever, been this bad of conditions? And I couldn't remember one. And that we knew handling the ball was going to be tough, and you could make some big plays on defense. But again, I think we just showed that we can win any number of ways.
We believed in each other. We love each other, man. We worked so hard. It's unbelievable to work with guys. Everybody had faith in this thing, man. It's unbelievable.
Well, the Colts elated, obviously a different mood for the Chicago Bears. In the end, their defense was valiant, but they simply wore down. The offense simply could not generate enough consistency. There was one point in this game where the Colts had 16 first downs, the Bears only 3. You simply can't win like that. And then when you start turning the ball over, forget about it. Here's what the Bears had to say afterwards.
Just congratulated him on the win. They played better than we did today. And if the Bears can't win it, I would like a guy like Tony to be able to do it.
The Colts did a great job of handling all the weather factors, and they played hard. So, but there were definitely opportunities for us to take that game, and we didn't.
All right, Bo, Peyton Manning MVP, but it wasn't just him, the reason the Colts won.
No, I don't think so. I think you look at the running game. I think Joseph Adai had a lot to do with it. He was pounding the ball early. He was able to get the ball thrown to him by Peyton Manning, get first downs for him, and then Dominique Rhodes comes in. He gets the big play, big yardage against this Bears defense. And I talked to Ron Rivera, the Bears defensive coordinator, after the game in the locker room. He said, Kim, we just didn't tackle well enough. And that was really the outcome for the Chicago Bears. Just could never get them slowed down. And early on, looks like Rex Grossman was doing some pretty good things.
Yeah.
And then it was 19-14 after a Vinatieri field goal. He muffs 2 snaps back to back, and then after that, the wheels fell off. He throws 2 fourth-quarter interceptions, and you just couldn't turn the ball over against a team like the Colts.
Absolutely. I think one thing that also hurt the Bears, Cedric Benson goes out, never returns, and so that two-headed running attack was out the window.
Yeah, early on, it looked like Thomas Jones was doing fine running the football. They were able to move the ball down the field, and then when Benson got hurt, it certainly shut things down, and you tried to keep running Thomas Jones, but he wore down as the game went on, and they just couldn't get it done.
All right, they're happy in Indianapolis as the Colts are Super Bowl champs, 29-17. We're going to try to dry out because you know what? It's still raining out here. I'm Jim Berry, CBS 4 Sports. Let's go back to you.
And it is chilly. Thanks a lot, JB. We have a look now at tonight's winning lottery numbers for you.
We'll be right back.
If you see news in the making, dial star CBS 4 on your Metro PCS cellular phone. The CBS 4 News Tip Line is sponsored by Metro PCS. Permission to speak freely.
One tribe. One land. One mission. For all people.
your name Hannibal Lecter?
Yes. What they did to him was unspeakable. I found them, the men who killed my family. But what he will do to them, the world will never forget. His face had been eaten. It's Lecter. He's tracking them down one by one. Hannibal Rising. Good evening, Inspector. Rated R. In theaters everywhere Friday.
Escape from everyday life. The islands of the Bahamas. Call 1-800-BAHAMAS or visit Bahamas.com.
Like a force of nature, Infinity Acceleration Swell technology unleashes power in a way that feels virtually endless. The all-new Infinity G. 306 horsepower, beyond machine.
If you see news in the making, give us a call. The tip line number is 866-658-TIPS.
Remember, you can also snap a picture or video and send it to us at pix4@cbs4.com.
And that is CBS 4 News tonight. Don't forget that despite the weather, South Florida was a big winner tonight.
It was a proud moment for South Florida and a very proud moment for us who got to bring it all to you. Thanks for staying with your Super Bowl station and your weather station. We want to take you live out, actually not live, but we do have pictures just in from Indianapolis where it's colder than it is here, but they are warm as can be because of their victory. What a moment for them. They are the champs. Stay tuned for a live Late Show with Craig Ferguson from South Florida. He's got Super Bowl MVP Peyton Manning. We'll see you tomorrow back on the news desk.